Hi Capricorns, welcome to your monthly reading. This is for May 2018, and I want to remind you these readings are general, so it might resonate, it might not resonate with your situation. If it doesn't resonate, isn't for you the message. And these readings are good for your moon sign, sun sign, rising sign. So now let's start with the major event that is happening now in May. The last 2 weeks of May, Uranus, it's switching signs, is moving from Aries to Taurus. You know, my Capricorn, I know how you've been feeling. This last 7-8 years, keeping your family together, keeping the happiness at home, family issues, matters, craziness, weird stuff going on, maybe even with your parents, you know, trying to stick together as a family has been a revolutionary thing, because Uranus was in that department of your life. It was in the 4th house. Yeah. Now it's moving into Taurus and is moving to your 5th house. So from your home setting, and it made a mess over there and puts you in situations that you're like, okay, we need to make massive changes at home to keep this family together, to now being in the 5th house, where it's going to be making a mess, kind of. When I said kind of, it's because it's fun. And when I said it's fun, for you it's going to be fun, because the 5th house represents the house of fun, romance, and pleasure. So Uranus is the planet of big shifts, unexpected things happening, surprises. It's a chaos. It's liberation. So Uranus helps you to liberate yourself from things that has been constricting you, blocking you, and now it's going to help you to break free when it comes to your 5th house. So it's making major changes. Maybe you need to have more fun. And when I say that, is because it's in your 5th house, and pleasure and fun, and we're going to have to look at this. So let's look at your cards. Yes, this is what it just jumped out. At this point, I can feel how painful it was for you. The switches, the changes. I know a lot of things going on at home. Now you are being released from those issues, and now you're going to be more into the fire area of romance. And I said fire is because this is the messenger of fire. And you are going to be put in a situation where you are going to be more motivated to bring fun and craziness to your relationship. Yeah. So if you're a couple, obviously you're going to explore new things. Maybe you're going to start initiating new things that will motivate you when it comes to, let's say, sports. If you find that you together as a family do sports and something different, like you make a radical switch from, okay, we used to do swimming, now we're going to do volleyball. So you're switching different, you know, different sports. Maybe your kids, because you have the kids, right? Here in your house. So it's dealing with children too. Maybe your children want to start something new, a different sport, and you're going to be like, okay, how is this possible? My kids, okay, I'm going to need to make these changes. So this is what Uranus is doing to you. So from the fourth house, fifth house now is giving you that awakening at your romance, fun, pleasure, even with your children, like I just mentioned. Maybe you, as you know, just feeling the need to do something new. Okay, is about fun, maybe something that you find hobbies. That you used to do now boring for you, and you're going to switch them. Okay, so this is going to help you. This feeling is going to help you a lot, because I know how you've been feeling in the past lately with that Uranus crazy type of energy in your home environment. And right now you are going to come out of that Ten of Wands, which it was putting that much pressure on your shoulders, making you feel oppressed and constricted. So what Uranus did was opening for you the doors for now being able to start opening your heart, love more, and analyze things better when it comes to your home environment, family issues, family, domestic affairs, everything that just you're going to pass through until the mid-month of May, because the May 15 is doing the switch to Taurus in your fifth house. But I know how you felt. I know how crazy it was. I know you were having nights where you couldn't sleep, and now you are able to sleep. Because I feel like these changes have to be, especially with your partner. Maybe he decided or she decided to make some changes, try to make things work out. And I know you trying to keep your family together has been very, very hard. Deal with different things, even maybe moving states, moving cities, moving apartments or whatever. Just trying to keep the family together was very hard for you. So I know you feel like many times you were not having the agreements in the relationship. Maybe you guys were arguing, or maybe things happening. Remember that now in your fifth house, you're going to find a way, another different way with Uranus to communicate, to start something new, and is going to be unexpected and very radical. Okay, it's not something that you'll be like, oh, tomorrow I change it and tomorrow I change it again. It's something, a change that's going to be radical for the longest, that is going to help your relationship. You know what I mean? So I have to say, you could feel this a little bit unstable, like you going to feel like there's no stability now. Again, well, you didn't feel stable at home. Now you're feeling comfortable because the shifts happen. Now, when it comes to your romance and fun, right, in the fifth house, you're going to feel the shifts and you're going to feel unstable, and this radical change is going to happen. So you might have or encounter problems with your partner again. It's not bad, because you guys are going to explore new things and new ideas, and maybe in intimacy, or hobbies and vacations. Maybe you're going to plan to travel more or whatever, because you guys want to try to turn this like this again, right? But you're going to be a little bit like this. Just to start with, don't get nervous. I know you're feeling, because there is always opportunities to change. And the Judgment card, it talks about new opportunities, new things. I would say, how can I say? New things going on, as I said, that are going to give the options to change around what is not working. So this Judgment card, it's a great card to have next to this card. It's a good pair, because you guys are going to be able to sit down, talk things over, try to pass through the obstacles, promise of success. That's what this card is. So you guys are going to try to work things out, and you guys having that goal in mind. So it's amazing. From releasing that pain, releasing that stress, releasing all the weight over your shoulders that home environment causes, you move into new things, new opportunities, promise for success in your relationship, right? And well, that's mainly what it is for you this month. But I know you, are you with the Mother of Cups in reverse? I have a feeling that you might get, you were and you will be again feeling like the Mother of Cups. That energy, I just have a feeling that you are not going to be too rigid on your thoughts, because you Capricorn can be like that, but you guys are going to be more open to love. So you guys are learning or learned how to be more flexible in your in the way you are. So you kind of like releasing that energy, like you can't keep things going that way. So a lot of shifts going on happened. So you were like this, Mother of Cups, and what is called the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups reverse is that energy of having a struggle to open your heart and show your emotions. Okay, so I think you were kind of like holding on to them, and you were feeling disconnected and a little bit emotionally disconnected, unstable because of what was going on with your home environment, in family matters and domestic affairs and all that shit. Sorry, my language. But now you might be dragged again to that feeling. But don't let that happen again, because you have a lot of success here going on in your love life. So when you start feeling this way again, you need to listen more to your heart, not to your mind. Because it's all about love this month for you, Capricorn. It's all about romance and fire with your partner. And if you're single, trust me, there's new opportunities here for success to find the love. Okay, I dropped a card and I don't know where it is. Oh, it's right here. Oh, actually, two. Great. Look at this. All right. Great. So let's look at this cards. My Capricorns, I will tell you what's going on here. All right. So, 2 wands reverse. This is the 5 of Cups reverse. Great. And we have the 5 of Swords. 5, yes, right? No, it's 4. 6 of Swords reverse. So, putting your swords away is going to be a great way to deal with this energy that you're going to be pushed into one more time. Why I'm saying this? Because there is a period when Uranus is going to move back to your 4th house again, just to test you, what you learn. Remember, we always learning, and we always going to be tested by the universe, by you know who. So it's not like, oh, we move into the next house, now we're going to have fun. But then if nothing was fixed for real, then you will crumble again when it comes to your family issues, right? So now it's fixed, right? Uranus made the job to push you all the way hard to fix it. Now it's going back to your 4th house on November 6th. Yes, on November 6th until April 2019. So that period, going back to your 4th house, you're going to be tested, and you're going to go back to this feeling, right, of the Queen of Pentacles that I just mentioned. I mean Pentacles, I mean Cups, Queen of Cups. So you might feel a little bit over emotional and going crazy again because it's going back to that. Just stick with, do not get depressed and put your swords down. And why I'm saying this is because you don't want to go back to being rigid in your thoughts. You need to keep thinking in your heart and how to keep the harmony and keep your family together. And if you guys fix it in a way with your partner or whoever you work with, even if you're single, you might be dragged to this feeling like, oh my God, being negative, being over emotional because you're alone. Just stop 1 second and remember that probably the reason you were alone is because they wanted to show you to be more independent in your own, learn to love you more, and not feel like you need to be with someone to feel loved. So think about this, okay? So, so you coming out of that mode of depression and sadness, and you're going to see things more positive, and things are going to be more positive. Not only enough with this, we have Venus on May 19 go into your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, not only in love but partnerships when it comes to business. So remember to not be dragged again to this mode. There is things that you learned, apply them again when you're going to be tested. And when it comes to your business, with Mars in your 2nd house, because Mars is going here, and Mars is the planet of war, giving you that new drive and that motivation and that ambition for make the money, you know, you're going to be the money maker with Mars. So of course you might feel like you're probably going to have to make some expenses, but at the same time, you are going to compensate that because your ambition is going to help you to get more clients, build your career, build that you're going to be the moneymaker. And Venus in your partnership, business partnership, also is giving you that sweetness, would say, that sweetness in terms to your connections, that connectivity relationship with business. So it's something sweet to happen there. So you're going to have 2 good things and great things in romance. Now, remember that romance, you might feel disabled. I mean, in how do you say, you wouldn't feel stable, okay, at the beginning. That's why you might feel a bit like this. But the good thing is like you're having good news. The daughter of wands is the page of wands, and this pretty much represents the Fool card. And why I say this, because this represents new beginnings and new changes that are coming into your life. And of course, look at this. From the Mother of Cups, you feeling old, emotional wreck. Feeling, you know, like, oh, this energy, feeling unstable and suspicious of things, struggling to express yourself. Now you're moving to the new ideas, new beginnings, new ways to see things, because Uranus did that to you. And now you are more willing to put your swords down. Yeah. That way of my Capricorn being so strict and so structured has changed a bit. And now you being more flexible, opening your heart and being willing to let love come into your life without you organizing every single step. Because probably your partner or whoever you're going to meet next is going to enjoy more your presence, and the romance is going to be going up in that area because of the way you were before. Maybe you were blocked or blocking that real love, right? So these changes were necessary for you, Capricorn. Great changes. So you moving towards a better times where there is opportunity for success. There you go. And you're entering the month of June with this energy of the Sun or Knight of Swords, which is you moving quickly. Things are going to move quickly. Things are going to happen. And you feeling like you are determined to make things happen in your life. That's how you feel. Like, this is going to happen. I will do this. I'll make the changes. You're determined to go with the flow, and that's great. I don't think no one is going to stop you. This is happening, Capricorns. You're unstoppable right now. Seriously, you are. Venus in your business and Mars in your second house. Hey, moneymaker. Fifth house, romance. Hey, you might feel a little unstable again because the shifts in your romance and fun and hobbies and changes that you have to make just to spark that relationship again, because sometimes we need to break that monotony in home or the monotony with your partner. And if you're single, maybe you can find fun when you go to the gym or when you change hobbies or stuff, right? Think about that. Anyway, big kiss, much love, much light for you, my Capricorns, and I'll see you in the mid-month. Ciao.